system in our country that came from the Maghreb or the Sahel, its system of maintaining power has always to make sure that the feudal class, the lower rungs, up to 50, 60, 70% of their populace is never educated. That's what Boko Haram means. You understand? It's not a new system. Because it's when you are intelligent that you want more than bread and tea. Whereas you really want to drive the car he's driving. You really want to live in a house like I don't want to call the name, that the king is living in. You want all that stuff, but they make it religion to you and quote something from a book that you are supposed to be like that and they are supposed to be wealthy and that they are supposed to give you tea and bread. I don't want tea and bread.
Yes, sir.
I want some fine lettuce, some Wagyu beef. I want some kale. I want some 100% nutrient-dense foods. So I don't have to eat so much of it and I can have little calories yet get great nutrition. I do not want to eat your puff puff, moi moi and all that nonsense. And brocotang. I want the real shikena. Do you understand what I'm saying? There you are, riding in your horses or your horse-driven Rolls-Royce engines, and I'm here walking 10 miles a day. And they're telling me I should take it. And then you're not providing school for me. And then at election time, you tell me to vote for this guy, and he will give me rice for 2 weeks and oil to boot. And I take it. You know why? Because I'm not educated. Because they discovered as long as you don't educate the people, you can control them. That's why the church has always been the premise of revolutionary revival, development, and re-civilization, because the church has always decided to teach the truth. And the truth is not come and run for a breakthrough, come and get a miracle money breakout. No, you're not meant to chase money. Money is meant to chase your value. What you are to chase is value, empowerment, value development in your being. And then money and every asset you need will chase you. So that when you bow down to your God, your money will bow down with you to that God. Otherwise, that money is your God. It's your idol. It comes in Mercedes-Benzes, Volvos, comes in cars, Range Rovers, and the like. Stop letting money be your God. You got it backwards. The social, cultural, economic, automated, hypnotic system of the culture of the world is generally what has programmed most of our automatic mind, most of our OS. So we did not choose our OS. And the agencies and instrumentalities that programmed our subconscious mind were people you like, and you believe they loved you, and they really did love you, many of them. But the originators of the program starts with one person. His name is Satan. And you tend to embrace the information supplied to your OS because of who gave it to you. It was mommy, it was daddy, it was Egbon, it was Diokpa. It was the culture of Afiko, Olu, or Ogbomoso, or Osogbo, or Yoruba, or Igbo, or Nigeria, or Britain, or America. And because you respect and regard those systems and individuals, you embrace what they give you. Can I tell you what they are? They are all the world. And the world has no right to program your subconscious. You are, as a kingdom citizen, you should be programmed by the kingdom of heaven. And what the kingdom of heaven allows you to assimilate from the world system. Otherwise, you will serve the world's purposes instead of the kingdom's purposes. And you are on the planet to bring the kingdom from heaven to earth. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Are you there? So you picked it up from your primary school, from your secondary school, from your tertiary school, from your postgraduate school, from your professor, from your lecturer, from that teacher that really gave you a lot of attention at your primary years. Or in your secondary years, or those seniors at Igbobi College, or Methodist Girls High School, or CMS, or Queen's College, or King's or Barewa College. You picked it up there, government college, wherever your government college was, or your missionary secondary school, wherever that was. You also picked it up from your families, including your tribes, your clubs, your fraternities, your sororities, your circles, your societies, even in church. Or you got it from the media. When the media exploded And the media has done some pretty major exploding in the millennial years. Yeah? Or now we get it from governments. Governments realize that this is important too. That's why they make alliances with the silver screen, with Hollywood, with Nollywood, with Bollywood. Because when you go to a movie theater or play theater, you do something quite natural. It's called willing suspension of disbelief. So anything that doesn't make sense to you, for the sake of the entertainment, you embrace it. And what you don't know is that you're opening up your subconscious mind unconsciously and asking them to program you. That's why the Nigerian intelligence agency, I can't talk about another country, but I must talk about mine. If I was the head of the NIA, I'd be cutting deals right now with Nollywood and get security vote and serious finance and capital and plug it into a system of Nollywood executive producers, Nollywood A-list actors, and Nollywood script writers, so that I can drive a different message from the message that's killing our country, that exposes all the ridiculous nonsense that's happening in the political class, happening in the financial systems, happening in the day-to-day life, and this business of refusing to educate our people. We're going to be 400 million people, of which the greater critical mass will be uneducated. That's disaster waiting to happen. Because you're going to need to have a critical mass that are at least half educated. Otherwise, we can't do simple things like technical work in factory production. Nigeria should be easily, with such a big market, not the dumping ground for international communities, but the manufacturing space for servicing our market, but also servicing the markets of the third world and the second world and the first world. So that we can have peace, to live our lives, to worship our God, and to be productive people. Are you with me? So silver screens, particularly Hollywood, are very deliberate. And there's an exchange between the American intelligentsia and Hollywood. They work very strongly together. So the social, cultural, economic, automated hypnotic system has programmed us with a subliminal impoverishment and corruptive OS. In other words, you and I, every day, we're in earshot, eyeshot of the hypnotic systems that have taught us how to be poor, impoverished, and broke. And you see, when everything around you is broke and impoverished, and you have a little bit of health, it's like in the country of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In Nigeria, it's the one eye is blind, the other eye is half blind. And so, because it has been normalized by the collective, you embrace it, you accept it, because here you are better than everybody else. But when you go to Sweden, where GDP per capita is like $100,000, or Austria or Switzerland, where the GDP per capita, what the average earning power is of an individual, bros, we're worse than paupers compared to them. We're slaves. But we feel more at home when we're in a society where poverty is normal, where in our towns and cities there's no potable water unless your own personal government in your own house provides your water, your electricity, your roads, and everything you have. If you don't know, that's poverty. We should not be settling for that. By the way, I excuse myself now. From here forward, you're dealing with a revolutionary. Oh, my revolution is not with guns and spears and ballistics. They may be explosive, but it's thought. The socio-cultural, economic, automated hypnotic system has programmed us with a subliminal, poor and broke corruptive system at both the individual level and the collective level, the micro and the macro. So the problems you have individually, look around you, it's a problem that is general. It's national. The socio-cultural, economic, automatic, hypnotic system has programmed you. Why? To make sure that you accept poverty, poor health, weakness, fear, and unawareness of certain realities.